Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, I welcome you all to this video. We are with the 15th chapter, the last chapter of microwave engineering called as radar engineering. So the radar that stands for the radio detection and ranging we have been addressing in this particular chapter. With the introduction, we have gone through the two basic block diagrams, taking the separate antennas for transmission and the reception purpose, and into the duplexer mode, only one antenna for both the purposes there. Next to that, the brief classification into the two basic types, the Doppler radar and that of the pulse type of the radar we have seen. The pulse type of the radar is further detailed with the help of one more block diagram, the various blocks we have gone through, and a general discussion onto the aspects while designing the receivers of the radar system we have also addressed. The previous topic we have addressed for the modulators. Here we are also derived the equation corresponding to the maximum value of the range calculation. Now let us have the radar displays to be addressed in this particular video. So let us begin with. So here it is our topic, radar displays. As into the block diagrams corresponding to the classification of the radar systems here, we know that it requires a transmission section, it requires a receiver section, it requires antenna section, most possibly into the duplexer mode for the transmission and reception purposes, along with the radar displays. So the radar display is very important. Though the radar system will be operating, this is actually providing us the information after the processing. So we can say that this is nothing but the user interface. So from this user interface, the user is supposed to get the information. The information will be in terms of range, angle and the velocity here. So now for the radar displays, the basic types are listed as, we have the first type called as A-scope display. Next to that, the another type is classified as B-scope display. We have the third one denoted as E-scope display. The fourth one as F-scope display. And the fifth and the last that we shall be covering in this particular topic, that it is, we have the plane position indicator called as Ppi display. So these are the 5 types of the radar displays. One by one we shall be addressing for. So for the first one called as A-scope display, it is very similar to that of the CRO. CRO we are very well familiar to the cathode ray oscilloscope. So when no signal is there onto the CRO, we find only a single horizontal line. Same is the case with the A-scope display here. The information that can be displayed with the help of this type of radar display can be detailed with the help of a schematic diagram. So in this schematic diagram, at the bottom place you can see this is the Earth's surface, and onto it we have the scenario having the various components where we have a building, the different things related to it onto the ground here, and we have the targets here. So for example, here we have a tank and the aircraft here. So the tank will be having motion onto the ground plane, whereas the aircraft can have the motion into the 3 dimensions. So in the space here, so it will be of course having the elevation for the tank, it will be 0. And now this is the radar system installed, and the work of this radar is to have the detection of these 2 targets from the complete ground scenario here. Now inside the dashed parenthesis, we see here the signal that has been obtained by the reflection of the electromagnetic wave signal that it was transmitted by this transmitting antenna of the radar system after they have got reflected from these of the various objects into the scenario here. So at very first place, at the position of the radar system here, we see this complete spike. So this is basically the representation of the input transmitted pulse spike here. So this much of amplitude level that it has been initially generated inside the system and been transmitted, and so that it should be the interception because of the objects and the reflections can be captured here. Now you can see the various things at small levels onto the ground, so they will be producing the clutter. So the clutter, we have already made it clear into one of our previous lectures that clutter is any unwanted type of the radar reflections occurring from the land, sea, or any as such the surface here. So this is the ground clutter we have. Next to that, the most prominent object we see into the building here, and for this building the permanent type of the echo, this will generate this much of spike here. So as compared to the earlier, the spike of the transmission pulse, we have some distortion, but the prominent notation we can see in this particular graph here. The difference right from these particular places to the building here will be there with the help of noise practically available there. Next to that, the prominent device that has been tracked, this is nothing but the first target. So we have shown it to be the tank here with the next spike here, and here we have the second target representation of the aircraft with one more spike here. Now corresponding to the spikes here 1, 2 and 3. So for the first spike, that is for the building here, is of the permanent echo type. It will not be changing its particular position, whereas the tank and aircraft, the two targets, are supposed to change their positions. So right now at this time we have the markings for the range markers we can see here. So with respect to the position of the source system of radar, the distances can be measured. So this is for the second target, this is for the first target, this is for the permanent type of the echo signal that we receive for the building that is to be discarded, neglected while searching for the target here, and this is for the ground clutter which can also be discarded here. So this is the complete range for the display of the cathode ray tube indicator. Now it can be seen from this particular schematic diagram that the A scope type of the radar display is limited to show the exact value of range only, not the direction, nor the angle information, nor the velocity here. So only the range is made possible because of this particular type of the display. So this is one of the limitation. It was the most simple type of the radar display. Now the second type of the display of radar system, it is called as B scope radar display. On comparison to the earlier display that it was giving us information of range only, we have such a plot describing the B scope radar display here. So in the B scope radar display, for the horizontal axis we see a plot of azimuth angular values, whereas onto the vertical axis we have the range, that it is the signal amplitude here. So this type of B scope radar display is giving us the information of both, and here it is the function of azimuth angle we can say. But the B scope display of radar type is having a problem of the cross range dimension getting distorted. So therefore after A scope we have certain advantages to have the angular information in B scope, but still the scope to have more sophisticated radar display. Next to B scope radar display, we have E scope radar display also. So for E scope radar display, we have very much similarity to that of the B scope radar display, and the amplitude that time is a function of range here. Here it is a function of azimuth angle here. The rest of the things are same for the E scope display and B scope display. So here we have the next type of the radar display called as F scope radar display. So I mentioned here the name F scope radar display. So in the F scope radar display, you can find that the elevation track range angle error, so it can be abbreviated as capital ETAE. So in this plot, we have the representation of ETAE onto the vertical axis, which is a function of the azimuth track angle error that can be abbreviated as ATAE here. So in this display, you can see here corresponding to the various values of the azimuth track, we have the elevation track angle error, and this is the position of the target here. The displacement of the blip from the center is, so this is the center of both the scales here. So this is the center on the horizontal and this is the center on the vertical axis. So whatever the displacement of the blip from the center is an indication of the position of the target with respect to the antenna beam axis here. So this is for the F scope radar display. So next to the A type, B type, the F and E type we have discussed so far, the scope displays for radar system here. We have the last one called as Ppi radar display. The Ppi radar display, the Ppi stands for the plane position indicator here. So this type of radar display holds similarity to that of the intensity modulation type system, and both the range as well as the azimuth angle. So the range is denoted by capital R, whereas the azimuth angle is denoted by theta. So it is for target 1 we have taken into consideration in this side here, whereas the target 2 is represented here. So the angle, the measurement is shown for only the target 1. It can also be measured for target 2 by having it intersected into this particular center and making the calculation of the angle here. So here both the coordinates are shown in this particular diagram. So as like the target number 1, for example ship, it is there. Target number 2, for example boat, it is there. The target number 3 can also be there as like the snorkel here. So it is target number 3 here. So as we have the representation like this, this is the representation into the polar coordinates here. So the north direction is basically seen here. With respect to the north position, the angular information of the azimuth values can be obtained here, whereas the range is basically the distance from the source antenna here. Now to have the comparison of the Ppi type of the radar display with the earlier A, B, E and F scope displays, the Ppi type seems to have more sophisticated information provided onto the display here, but the chance of error is that if this system is with respect to the aircraft and it is not aligned as such, the antenna is completely downwards, it has a tilt. So that time whatever the slant range we have, that it will be considering as the true axis to be downwards here, and the possible calculations may be made available here. So in that particular situation, there should be a certain transformation to be always made to make the corrections possible here. So here if we have, this is the position of the radar antenna, and let us say this is the slant range onto the ground plane. It should be required to be a completely perpendicular, so there is a scope of corrections to be made, but such a system along with the PPI radar systems will be quite very expensive, but the accurate results can be made possible, which are very important in the use of radar systems here. So by the next lecture we shall be addressing the next topic in this chapter, that it is target detection. I hope you shall be continuing by subscribing Ekeeda channel to have more details of this subject and the various topics. Thank you.